Coming up on this episode of All Access.
Right now, we got to establish an identity.
Let me be brutally honest.
Pretty good, man.
Lock it mentally, make sure we get better.
I feel good for my first action.
Can't hope teams miss, we got to make them miss.
Putting in work all my life for this.
I believe that relationships win championships.
1, 2, 3. Oh.
You look at, what Zach has done since he's been here with the Bulls, and, he's improved on his game every single year.
He's one of the best players in the league. He's an all-star and elite shot maker. Those guys are hard to find. We want Zach to be in Chicago for a long time.
If you look at his career, just how he has continued to get better. A player that's made the All-Star game 2 years in a row. Last summer getting a chance to be a part of the Olympic team and win a gold medal. It's a culmination of all his hard work.
Let me be brutally honest, I wasn't stressed at all. My heart has always been in Chicago, so them making the offer and not having me have to, look elsewhere was really easy for me. Getting your first little taste, your feet wet, whatever you want to call it, for the playoffs, I think it was great for us. It was great for the city to get back in that winning mindset. I feel like if you don't have that coming into the year, you've already lost.
We went through a lot of highs and lows last year to give us the experience and understanding what it takes to get to that point and beyond.
This year coming in, guys have a different mindset. I think they're ready to go, they're motivated. I think we'll be able to show more what we can do.
For us, there's a lot to build on. And prior to the All-Star break, being the 1 seed, and, I think for us, that kind of showed, what this group was capable of doing.
Was there anything that kind of surprised you today?
Zach LaVine is very fast, I'm not gonna lie, so.
For Drummond, he's a big human being, quite frankly.
Andre's acquisition was an attempt to add more size and athleticism. He's an elite rebounder and a very active defender. I feel that he will bring the same to our team.
My services I need to be a starter, I can do that. My services I need to come in and be a spark off the bench, that is what I'm here to do. So my ego is not something that is driven in this game. I play the game because I love it, not to do anything other than that.
Andre Drummond's super professional, super professional. He's been through the ringer.
That guy's good. I'm pretty good, man.
To be great and want to do special things is already the first step that we have. I think now it's just building the chemistry. I think these guys have a full year now to play with each other, and then with the addition of myself and Goran.
I've always been a fan of Goran Dragic, just seeing him play throughout his career, certainly what he did in Miami, but a veteran, experienced point guard who's been a winner. I think he brings toughness and an experience that's only going to help our group.
Goran being in, championship level play, very high level teams, overseas, complete winner, complete competitor. Dre being on very competitive teams, being a former All-Star, and understanding where he is and what he brings to a team, I think is great, because we need we need each and every facet.
Dragic, obviously a guy that I'm actually very close with him. We're very good friends. He's obviously a very known player. He's done a lot of winning during his career.
Dragic, he will bring the leadership at the point guard position. He's very respected around the league. And Drummond, big man in the middle.
Just, guys that have been around the league, they understand what it takes to be successful.
The understanding of hard work comes with the both of them, and they can make that contagious with this team for sure.
We've got to do a better job of protecting the paint. You guys got to be responsible and accountable to each other and helping each other, right? And then we've got to do a better job in our talk, even if it's not pick and roll. And then again, guys, we've got to scramble. We're going to have to scramble. That is part of the game. That is going to happen. There's no way of getting around it.
I feel good for my first action.
not going to have Lonzo for maybe the whole year.
I'm as frustrated for him as he is with himself. I mean, I feel terrible for him just because he loves to play and he's a great guy and he's tried really hard to get himself back.
I did rehab. It was getting better, but it was not to a point where I can get out there and actually go out there and run at, full speed or jump. So surgery is the next step.
You can't replace Lonzo, especially on the defensive end. So, for us to just we don't need to get outside of our box and what we do. I feel like all of us, we all can play. So, like I said, you can't replace Zoe and what he brings to the game. But I feel like we don't need to change anything up. I feel like we just go out there and be ourselves.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning. We're heading to practice. I'll wake up 30 minutes before I gotta leave. Just sit there probably for like 10 minutes, get up, brush my teeth, have my time to myself before I gotta go to practice and go to the facility. I'm not nervous at all, honestly. I've been putting in work all my life for stuff like this and all summer, especially for training camp. I'm ready for whatever, honestly. I've heard mixed reviews on how it's gonna be, so I just take both sides with a grain of salt and just know I gotta come prepared.
Well, like Dalen in draft, we want to continue drafting positional size, athleticism, and skill. His energy and versatility is special.
He brings an element of toughness. He brings a level of compete that we need here at the Bulls.
Dalen's got some really, really great competitive instincts, and he's another guy that's worked extremely hard this offseason. I thought he had a good summer league. He continued to play after summer league, so I think he's got a great upside just because of his mentality.
I got to do the best of my power to show why I should be on the floor and why I should get minutes and why I belong in this league. So I just got to do it. I take one day at a time and just prove myself right and prove everybody wrong.
Mentality-wise, how we have to run. First 3 steps to the sideline, hit the nearest lane. We're looking to advance it and basically attack in the slot and downhill.
This has been actually my first offseason. I can actually work on my game. So for me, it's just to show what I worked on and got better at, and to just continue to prove myself time and time again.
This will be my first time actually getting to play in training camp. Physically, I feel fine. I think mentally I'm good too. Just ready for the season start. I think we all are.
We got some playoff experience last year, and I feel like this year we'll be even better than we was last year, individually and as a team.
We're getting out wide and we're running through those boxes. Okay, we got it? Patrick!
We have a great group of guys, super talented, super versatile, so I think everything on the court will kind of take care of itself with, of course, repetition and time.
I believe that Patrick can be an elite player in the league. Now he has to believe in it as well.
When he's aggressive, it helps our team, and we've got to keep pushing him to be aggressive.
Everybody knows how much talent Pat has. Just being more aggressive on the offensive end and freeing up the game for Zach, Vuč, also DeMar. It's going to be great for us.
I was really disappointed last year, just his injury and how early it took place in the season, him missing 5 months.
He's going into year 3 and pretty much missed most of the season last year. He's had a great summer. Obviously DeMar was a big part of that.
I went, of course, to LA for almost a month. I was out there working with DeMar, which was really good to kind of see how he approaches the summer, playing against the best players in the world still in the summertime. So I think it was really good. Can't get really any better than working with the best and playing against the best.
I seen the drive, the motivation, the want with me this summer. It was amazing. Just to show him what it's like to be great in this league and how hard it is to get to the point to where I've made it. And just wanted to share all the experience that I've gained with him as much as I could.
DeMar's a gym rat. He's on the court every single day. For us, hearing those stories about how DeMar works out, for Patrick to go out there and train with him was a great thing.
I really appreciate him just taking me under his wing. He didn't have to do that. It wasn't somebody made him do it. And I think that's what kind of made it more important.
For a veteran guy that's had an enormous amount of success in the league, he always has time for younger players, and he really, I think, takes great pride in being a leader and trying to show guys the way.
Io, you got anybody communicate with you, helped you today? Anybody you felt like just through their communication helped?
Yeah, I think Debo did a good job of talking to me live throughout the blitzes and on defense.
You know, I just want to get out of it, just, you know, getting back into that in-season shape, in-season form, getting my mind right, knowing it's a very long marathon to try to come out here and compete and be the best player I can be to help the team win as many games as possible. And that's what the offseason is for. You know, it's about getting better, learning from my mistakes I made last year, and having those tough conversations with yourself so ultimately you don't make the same mistakes over.
Good morning. You know what it is?
That has got to be our mindset. Get back, guard the ball, shift, and be in a position to really protect each other. When the ball is kept out of the paint, teams score about 94 points a game. Our mentality in terms of being able to protect one another and protect the paint.
Billy is the best partner to work with. We have a very open relationship, spend hours talking about our team and how we want to make things better. He's the best communicator, and that's why players love him.
The way Billy and his staff put in the work is second to none. All of his coaches on his staff, they exude that same quality. They're grinders.
Whether you're a go guy or a get back guy, you got to move on the shot. Coach talks about it all the time, like we want to give you guys space to play. Defensively, we want to take the space away.
They challenge themselves every single day to find creative ways to win in the NBA, and it's really hard to win in the NBA.
We're still square hips, but I want to put Zach on his heels.
Every shot's got to be contested. We got to compete on every shot. We can't hope teams miss. We got to make them miss.
It's things that you learn about each other throughout the course of the season. And I think once the season ends, you have a chance to digest and look at, you know, areas that you can improve. And I think anytime guys are together for a period of time, you know, that's going to breed some consistency, continuity, but it also, I think, helps the guys understand how they all can impact each other in a positive way. And you never really know that when you're going through it for the first time, but as you kind of get removed from the season, you have an opportunity to look back and reflect on areas that you can improve upon and areas you got to get better at.
Everybody got it? All right, here we go. Here we go.
And we come out establishing, you know, how this group needs to play.
You guys are all going to have to utilize each other, okay, for us to be who we need to be. Okay, but the ball's got to move. We got to get the floor. You guys got to fight for that right now, identity-wise. Right now, it's misses and makes. We have got to be able to get the floor organized, and we've got to be able to flow, and the ball has got to move. We got to establish that now, moving the basketball. Okay, there's plenty of time for us to get the elbows and boxes, but right now we've got to establish an identity, and we got to fight for that right now. So, we've got 3 on the side of the basket.
We are competing against top teams that have been together for 3 or 4 years. They know each other well and have familiarity and cohesion. We are still trying to get there and form as a team. I believe that relationships win championships.
Being where we were last year, we had a little bit of a peek into how good we could be. And then the tweaks we made this offseason with adding the players that we added, you know, via the draft and free agency, I'm really excited about seeing where this group can go.
Very confident in this team. I think we have some very good players, you know, some smart players, guys that are, you know, hard workers that want to win. But now it's just about us putting it together on the court. It's going to be tougher, but I think that's, as a player, that's what you want. You want to be, you know, have a challenge, fight for it.
Training camp is probably the most important time of the year, just to set the tone for the whole year. So just to compete with each other, you know, understand that we have each other back.
Each season's a fresh slate, you know. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past. Future doesn't really matter. It matters about what's happening right now in front of you. And for us, it's about building a foundation for what we're trying to be as a team.
Focus on why we're doing this, not just what we're doing. And then tomorrow, we got to make sure we're locked in. Coach is going to take care of us, right? Our body's going to be fine, but let's lock in mentally, make sure we get fucking better.
Into the playoffs last year, we kind of got a taste of that. I think we're ready to get back. We know it's not going to be easy. We want it. We want it bad. There are great teams in the East. We have to be one of those teams. We have to show it every night. I think we're built for it.
It's a very long marathon. Lock in on our habits to make us a better team.
Everyone's saying the East has gotten a lot tougher, but I feel like we've gotten a lot better. So, you know, having another go around this year, you know, we're looking to make another jump.
We don't got to be so much in a hurry when we're running back, you know what I mean? We all over the place. We our own stuff up, going so fast. Just take our time whenever we run it.
Let's go, Bulls on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh! You got to go through it to understand how hard it is to accomplish something. You know, you can't be nothing if you don't have all your pieces together and build that chemistry and camaraderie together to know each other inside and out.
We going against each other right now. I want y'all to go as hard as y'all can so that I know when we go on the floor, y'all gonna go as hard as y'all can for a real game.
The offense cannot dictate the defense. If you're not making shots, if you're solid in defense, sometimes you're just gonna win games in the mud.
Continuity is great because you finally get to know people, chemistry on and off the floor.
Listen, we all talked about communication. You guys are going to talk, so let's talk.
Help game with the mismatch. How are we helping?
You know, it's tough whenever you have a new teammates, new coach, new system. You have to relearn it, and it takes a while. There's going to be ups and downs for it, and I think once you start getting a pattern of, you know, understanding personnel and people, it is you know, it's a blessing because that's where all the good teams come from. You know, you see some of these teams that, you know, win championships or going to championship, going deep playoff runs. They've been together for a long time. They know each other, coaches all the way down.
Good shot, Zach.
Getting your body back into the groove of things and getting in condition, and then, you know, it's just competition. You know, it's for a team to get, you know, really recognize, you know, personnel, who does what bad, and what we need to work on as a team as well. You know, you can't get to the mountaintop without climbing it first.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Bulls.
What's this for though? Take one.
Interview.
No, go ahead. You want? Did I do it right?
Yeah, you're good.
How was your summer? What'd you do?
Hold on. Hey, no, hold on.
What's up, Bulls Nation? Thanks for watching. For more, click here.